How did I get started in TikTok? It was a way for me to interact with my kids while I was away in the oil fields.
Okay. Yeah. Was it so like through DMing, through like
No, like
live?
making videos and playing horse with basketball and just doing something to make life interesting and intriguing between us while I was away.
Yeah. And you said you started like right when Musically changed to
It was
TikTok?
right in 21 when COVID first started coming around on the news really bad. So it's when COVID first started hitting is when I finally downloaded the app.
Okay. And you said you hit how many followers on your other accounts?
1.3 million.
Yeah.
1.3 million.
Yeah, that's a lot. But you also did start at like the perfect time for that.
At the perfect time, yes, yeah. If I would have never lost that account, I'd be like Udi and all those with the multiple millions of followers. So life would be much different if I had never lost that account.
Why did you lose that account?
Cause I didn't give up. I didn't care. I didn't care. I kept getting mass reported for everything, and I just didn't care. They weren't going to stop me, so I kept doing what I was doing, and they stopped me. So
Okay, so you're getting mass reported. What were you like? Was it DNH? Was it different things?
I think it was just probably just the character that I portrayed on social media. People didn't like it. Um, Old cocky white guy who could just do what he wants to do and talk the way he wants to talk. People didn't like it, so they shut me down.
Okay. You think they were jealous, or what do you think?
Huh?
You think they were jealous?
I don't know if people were jealous. I have no idea. Envious maybe, jealous. I don't know, or just hatred for any other human being other than themselves.
It's unfortunate. We gotta lead with love, not hate, with our decisions. So, and then what else do you do for work? Talk about like your life outside of TikTok a little bit.
Talk about my life outside of TikTok. Um, it's TikTok is my life.
Okay, but you do. I see you working. You stream your other job.
Yeah,
Like,
if I get a job, I'm a construction guy. So I mean, if I get a job, then yeah, I'm a live stream it. Maybe I can help somebody learn how to do something, or teach them something that they didn't know, or whatever. So it's
yeah.
interesting. It makes for good content.
Have you always done that? Did you do anything else before TikTok? Like, what did?
I've been, like I said, I've been in the construction industry for 20 plus years.
Okay.
So I mean, I've owned my own businesses. I do flooring and tile work for a living. So that's basically what I did full time before TikTok kind of took off for me. So
Yeah. And you, a while back, you gave me like a fun fact about first of all, how old are you?
43.
43. You said people are getting older that are doing like that kind of work. Like they're like the average age of people are like there's no new younger people doing that work
Right.
anymore.
Well, I mean, the younger generation is social media. You know what I mean? It's everything's done on computers now. So the younger generation is leaned more towards work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. So I mean like do you see any younger people working?
No, I mean what I see is a group of individuals who bust their ass and work and keep America fucking going.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that why it's like more expensive now? Because people are just running out of workers or what's
No, you're never gonna run out of workers. You're always gonna have workers. They may not be, I don't know, young people, Americans. They may not be Americans. Maybe Mexicans is what I'm trying to say. We have uh, Mexicans get out there and they do great work and they keep America going because a lot of us we don't want to go to work. Legals, right? A lot of us don't want to go to work.
yeah, it's an interesting take. Um, okay, so you recently were released from prison, is that correct?
Correct.
How long were you in there?
In prison,
Yeah,
I did like 32 days, 30 days.
32 days, 30 days. Um, was that for breaking probation, or what was the situation?
For that was for violating my probation. So I violated probation, had to go to jail. And when I was in jail, I got sentenced to treatment. The judge ordered me to treatment. I said, cool, I'll take that. But when I got done, I'd still have to have probation. I kept getting denied to 4 different treatment centers because of my charges. And I hired an attorney, and he got me in front of the judge and made a deal with the state attorney and got me the remainder of my sentence, which was a year and a day, and then I'd get out with no papers, no probation, no nothing. So I was kind of glad that I got denied to go to treatment because this way I made out this way. I got off of probation. I don't have no more paper. I'm not in the system. I got my free man.
Yeah. Prison, yeah, prison and jail are different. Was it jail or was it prison?
It was jail for the first 6 months, and then after I took my sentence of the year and a day, I had to go to prison. So I went to CFRC in Orlando, which is called the Central Florida Reception Center, and I stayed there for 30 days, and then I got home.
Okay. Yeah. Um, but you broke your probation, right? So you did go to treatment, or what was that? What was
Yeah,
that?
when I violated, they ended up putting a warrant out for my arrest, and I got picked up, and I had to sit there. And like I said, original was treatment, but I kept getting denied for the treatment centers. So then they just ordered me to a sentence, which was a year and a day.
Okay. So then why were you only there for 32 days?
Because 6 months in the county,
Uh-huh.
plus the time that I had to do in the prison, plus the 5 months that I had to do in 22 when I first caught all these charges.
Okay, so you already did them all. Like you already did your time before this.
Well, I
Okay.
had already done 5 months towards it, so I only had to do 7 more months.
Okay. Gotcha. Um, but okay, how did you like violate your probation? Was it like how? You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm not trying to like grill you. I'm just
No. How did
yeah.
I had a dirty urn.
Okay. Okay. So you have struggled with sobriety more semi recently.
Um, more so before recently than I do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so let's come back to the prison stuff or the jail stuff in a little bit because I do want to talk about the sobriety thing. Obviously, like I've struggled with addiction historically, so it's definitely something that like is really close to me. I guess how long have you been sober to date? And like talk to us about your journey with addiction.
How, I'm California clean right now, so
Okay.
don't mind me. I don't really have a clean date as of now.
Okay.
What's the longest I've ever been clean?
How long have you been clean to date? I mean, like you can say
Oh,
that.
so I'm not by 12-step program. I'm not clean currently, right? This is where I'm at in my life. I'm California clean, and this is where I'm going to continue to go until I feel ready to to get back 100%.
And I feel like that's valid. But what about like the other things, the things that have been
Yeah,
historically?
it's a long. Just say no. It's a choice. It's a choice. Just say no.
Yeah. What was that? So that wasn't what violated your probation. It was just the other stuff that you're still doing.
I could have if I would have failed for because I had to go in every morning because the trolls they kept calling my they kept calling my probation officer, emailing my probation officer, going up from my probation officer to his superior. They would call, they would email, they would do everything they could to try to, get me in there to have to make me take a piss test or to breathalyze or whatever. I had to go in there every morning to take a alcohol swab test
Wow.
every fucking morning because of my haters, because of the trolls. They would call and email every day, so I had to do it.
Then how
Well,
could you pass anything with the Cali sobriety?
well, I wasn't Cali clean then. I was drinking, but I wasn't doing anything else, and then drinking led to other things. So,
Oh, okay.
and that was probably a lot due to my company that I was keeping at the time, which wasn't the best fucking company at all.
What company were you keeping?
Another live streamer that I
Okay.
had that I had let come stay with me. So
Was it toxic?
yes, it was. Yeah, it was a very toxic relationship between me and that person.
Well, was it the person toxic?
I
Like
don't
the
I don't know who that is. The person's dead to me.
Okay. Okay. Well, so I assume that it was a toxic situation for you as well. I was gonna ask you about that because somebody else was telling me about that actually today. Like I couldn't even find that. Somebody else said it. So, but if you don't want to,
No, listen. You interviewed, so you asking the questions. I told you 2 fingers wide, 2 knuckles deep. This is an easy question. This is an easy question, right? It's like this isn't hard at all.
Yeah, and I actually watched a video of you talking about a new tattoo idea that you had, and it was a ruler on like your inner thigh. Is that right? Like you wanted to.
I People just be making stuff up. I
I
swear.
really saw you say that. It wasn't anyone else.
That was listen. That what I was doing. What is it called when you make a TikTok? Like you're lip syncing, right? Like I was lip syncing. That was somebody else's
Oh,
sound.
it
I
was
was
AI. You didn't say
yes.
that.
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't think it was you anyway.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. It was a joke with Cody. I don't know. People seem to take the things that I say literal all the time, but 90% of the shit I say it's really for entertainment purposes only. Like
Valid.
have you ever been peed on?
Maybe in the shower.
So maybe like, but have you ever had a full on
No,
get your head wet type of
absolutely not.
shower? Okay, so I say it all the time. Like I'm very outgoing with this whole pee on me thing. Like I mean I'll sit here and I'll go on and on and on and on, and people really they seriously think that I love that, right? I've never in my entire life been peed on, although I did write a song about it. I've never in my life been peed on, and I don't think I could ever fully go through it. Yeah, have you ever heard that song "Lean on Me"?
I feel like you're manifesting it. No, I haven't.
Yeah, so we came up with "Pee on Me"
Okay.
when your bladder's strong. Yeah, no, stop biting your lip like that. That's stop doing that.
No, I don't have a thing for that. So I mean,
Yeah, I don't.
I'm also like whatever, whimsical, goofy.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, right?
Yeah, for sure. I don't judge other people. I'm not gonna shame them.
Right. We listen and we do not judge.
Yes.
Right? Like we listen and we do not judge. That's perfect. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess take us back because I want to understand like the younger Nilla's addiction. Like I wanna understand your whole life story. You know what I mean?
Wow. So
Yeah.
you gotta have to ask me specifics because you want me to sit up here and talk about my life story. We're not going to bed till I don't know next year sometime.
Okay, fine. So how old were you when you took your first thing or drank your first thing or you know what I mean?
My granddaddy used to let me. My pawpaw. He used to. He'd always have a can of beer in his hand. He drank Milwaukee Best. Bless his soul. But he'd always be like, "Here, Mike, here, come take a sip." And I'd always go over there, and I've been drinking since I was in diapers. You know.
What? Wait, for real? They were feeding that to you as like a baby?
My pawpaw would let me take a few sips, yeah, but he wouldn't. You know,
How
my
old
grandma,
though? For
like
real?
literally in diapers.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, I think everybody's back in the day did that. I just feel like drinking was the thing. You
Sure.
know, it's
I
just
mean,
what.
we can't sit here and pretend that like way back in history that like babies, you know, just any human wasn't drinking like something just for survival, right? But like I don't know about more recent times. I don't think everyone.
Yeah, no, I don't think parents and grandparents do it like they did back in the day when we were growing up. So
Yeah. So that's interesting. What about like later on? So
I'd say I was probably drinking and smoking on a regular basis by the time I was 12, 13 years old.
okay. Yeah,
And then
definitely.
it progressed from there.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. That seems to be common with people with addictions, so I don't think we're doing that.
I drank and smoked till I joined the army, and I joined the army at 17. And then when I got to my duty station, I wasn't doing anything else. Like if you pissed me, like I pissed clean. I was drinking. I got alcohol poisoning 3 different times when I was in the army
Okay.
at the age of 17, 18.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty bad. And then I got introduced because then you're talking. I was 17 years old. So what are we in 90, 98, something like that.
When I was born,
98, 99. Right on. Wow.
I was born in '98.
Wow. I'm already in the service and she's just graduating. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Wow.
Graduating from uterus to,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
everything.
that's fucking crazy. Way to make a man feel old. Thank you.
Hey, you said the year I was born. What am I supposed to not say that?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. So
Um,
back then, that's when raves were like really popular, like the rave scene and that whole fucking shit. And so I started getting into that, and I was a wigger for a long time. I guess that's what people would call me, is the way I dressed. I was classified as a wigger, and I loved it though. I embraced it. Shit, I wore my
uh-huh.
bandanas and my fucking caps and shit like that.
I've
So
never heard that before. I've never heard that term.
yeah, I used to have cornrows and shit and all that back in the day.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
that's
you
good now.
were born and raised, grew up your whole life in Florida, or
No, I'm not even from Florida. That's crazy.
where are you from?
Virginia. Yeah, old Commonwealth, Virginia. You want to see a picture of what? No, you're not doing no pictures.
Yeah, go for it.
No, I don't have any.
Oh,
I don't have any. Baby mom's probably got all those.
baby mom.
I'm sure there's some circling around somewhere
Yeah. Where's baby moms?
in North Carolina.
Okay.
Thank God.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it like that?
I mean, I don't really care for the woman, to be honest with you.
Did you ever learn to healthfully co-parent?
We don't need to co-parent anymore. My kids are over 18, so I don't have to co-parent no more.
Once upon a time?
Once upon a time, I tried multiple times to co-parent, and she was just always like, whatever. She resented me. She hated me for whatever. I don't care.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Um, when did you realize that you needed help when it comes to the intake?
I think I realized it as a young man, 25. I realized that that I probably that I had a problem drinking and partaking in other extracurricular activities. So I had started going to AA back then. Um, about 18, 20 years ago. That's when I first started.
Mhm.
I didn't stick with it long. I'd stick with it for maybe 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, something like that. But I never really stuck with it too long. I didn't take it too serious. I guess I didn't seem like I really thought I had a problem. I thought it's okay. It's normal. From where did I pick up it's normal from? I have no idea, but that's the outlook I had on it. So I wasn't too bothered by it.
What about now? How do you feel about it now?
How do I feel about what now? How do I feel about drinking and drugging?
Any of it. And really just
Um,
give us your perspective of all of it. I mean,
my perspective of it is sometimes I still think that I can still drink and do it responsibly. Other times are like, no, you're an idiot. You break out in fucking handcuffs every time you touch it. So, like,
yeah.
stop putting your hand on the stove. Stop burning yourself.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't want to touch it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear. I don't want to see. I don't want to nothing. I want to erase that from my memory, and I want to act like it's never been a part of my life ever before.
Do you feel like there's like a hole in your soul or something? Do you feel like there's something like missing in your life?
Not anymore. Not since I got out of prison, and I've been talking about this with my chat, and I really feel like God has been working on my life. About 3 weeks to me getting out, I just felt God's presence. I had talked with another creator. I had called while I was when I was in prison, and the conversation that I had with this guy it was incredible, man. I had no idea this is where he was at mentally and spiritually in his life, and to hear it come out of his mouth the way that it did, it struck me, and I was like, okay, like this is, and I started realizing God's back working in my life again, and He's been working back in my life,
Yeah.
and I even went, everybody goes to church on Easter, right? But like, I haven't gone to church on Easter in years. I haven't even been to church in years, period. Period.
Yeah.
But I made it a point to get up and go to church on Sunday, and that was very good for me. So, my void, my hole, right, that I've been feeling and fighting and dealing with for all these years, it's finally getting filled. It's getting filled by the right thing. So I'm not having to fill that void with women, with sex, with drugs, with anything. I'm finally to that place where I don't have to. I've been home for a week and a half, and I haven't even I'm not even looking for no woman. I'm just no, I'm just taking my time, just going about life and life's terms, and I'm not worried about when am I gonna get mines? When am I gonna get off? What I
Just remember with that, it's really important to do the actions that will keep you in that like just feeling of connection, because sometimes I feel like that's why cravings come back and stuff, because you're not practicing it, and then you just like, unless you're putting in that work to have a connection, then it's
right. And the connection. So I've been going to NA since 2013, like pretty heavily. So I've been in recovery, like really in recovery since 2013, so 12 years now. And the past several years, I have not been trying to build any type of friendship relationship with any guys.
Yeah.
Or women really at that aspect. And it's probably because I've been through some sort of trauma in recovery with other people, and I'm scared to build those relationships with people. Period. It doesn't matter if they're in recovery or outside of recovery or whatever. I have that wall up. I have that blockade up of I'm not going to invest my time into becoming a friend with anyone, because I just don't want people in my fucking, I just don't want people all up on my business and this and that and the other. And I don't want to risk getting hurt
Yeah.
like that again. I lost my whole friend group at one point, and that was probably the worst pain I've gone through.
Yeah.
That inner pain is something different.
I get that. I feel like that's how like addiction even starts for a lot of people in the first place,
Yeah.
So, there's a whole group of people like that. That for me, that's how it was for me personally. So
Yeah, this time around, I've been reaching out more to a lot of guys in recovery, and even some of the new people that I've met on this app that are in recovery. Some guys that I can relate with, so it's beneficial to me. I reach out to them just about every day, and If I'm not reaching out to them, they're reaching out to me. So it's some sort of accountability being there.
That's really good. So you mentioned women.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, so you said in the past 12 years you haven't been with any women?
No, past. No, I didn't say 12 years. That's a long
Okay.
time.
That's what I heard. That was my bad.
No, I've been in recovery for the past 12 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I guess when was your last relationship?
Um, Last year before I went and got locked up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't recall who it was.
you don't know who your last relationship was?
No, I mean I don't know who to consider my last relationship. To be honest with you.
Like,
Um,
were you talking about like situationships also?
yeah. I mean, I've had multiple situationships since my divorce. So
Okay. Yeah. Um, why did you guys get divorced?
uh, I don't know. I don't know why for her. I can't speak for her, but what I can speak for is myself. Um, I had found out some things while I was incarcerated that I didn't agree with that she was doing, and with that being said, on top of it, I felt like she was a completely different. I felt like she was already out of the door before we even got married. Like she already had one foot out of the door before we got married. We got married, and then, like I said, eventually I had found out some truths I wasn't too happy with, and it just led us to a split up, and then social media took over from there. So
Yeah. How long were you guys married for?
7 months, man. You know what? My this you know where I'm going with this? My
No.
jail sentence was as long as my damn incarceration, or my jail sentence was as long as my marriage. So, I think I did two sentences back to back. I did a 7 months with her crazy ass, and then I had to go into my 7 months behind bars. I mean, that's the irony. The irony.
You
The
can,
irony.
I guess, I mean, yeah, it's only ironic if you see it like that, though. Yeah. It's all about perception. That's what
Hey,
reality really
it's
is.
all about perception.
Literally, all reality is.
Yeah.
You guys were married for, okay, is that your only wife?
Yeah, I don't have any wives. I have ex-wives. I have three of
Well, is
them
that your
now.
only ex-wife?
I
Sorry.
have three of them now.
Okay. How
Yeah.
long was the last one before that?
The last one before that was 15 years.
Okay. Is that baby mama?
Yes, baby mom. Yeah.
Okay, what about the one before that?
Oh, that was over before it started. I was 19. She was 21. Man, she could fucking throw a right hand. Golly day. So that one didn't last long.
Okay. And
Yeah,
no kids?
No kids from that first one. Well, as far as I know.
It's not unheard of.
Right.
And that was for how long? No.
6 months. We should have just got an annulment, but
Yeah. So man, she could throw a right hook. Have you been in multiple abusive relationships?
I think my whole life is an abusive relationship.
Have they all been abusive to
No, not all of them have been abusive. No, I've been in multiple relationships where there was, probably just more sarcasm and
tit for
bullshit.
tat?
Yeah, tit for tat type shit. Yeah,
That's
just petty
bad.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I know one of your exes has like 300 something thousand followers on here. Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah. I made her who she is on this app. Yeah.
Oh, so she gained all 300 and something thousand followers from you?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Every last one of them, she gained them from me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so
Her only videos that went viral were ones that had me in it. That's it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Is
when I first got with her, she had like 15,000 followers.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. When she first left Jersey and moved down here, to Florida to come be with me. She had like 15,000 followers.
Wow. Is she about to get married?
I believe she is. I believe she is engaged. Congratulations to the soon to be newlyweds. That's awesome. I'm happy for them.
Are you
I am. You damn right I am.
not salty?
No, why would I be salty?
I don't know.
There's absolutely no reason to be salty about it. Congratulations. Move on with your lives and be blessed. Have an amazing life.
Yeah.
I love it for them too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're saying there's no reason to be salty. I feel like maybe with some exes I would be a little salty. Maybe not though. I feel like I've moved on pretty much. But
Listen, they say you don't know what you have until it's gone.
mhm.
Yeah, they were right. I didn't know what I had until it was gone, and it wasn't what I thought it was. So I'm gonna give you a piece on that one.
Okay. Okay. You're very confident. Um. So was that one of the relationships that was abusive?
Yeah, it was abusive. Yeah. Well, define abusive.
Physically and sexually and emotionally. Those are the three, right? Oh, and
Does it have to? So for it to be abusive, that means the entire time, correct?
no, I think abuse can kind of ebb and flow, just like other things.
I mean, there was one altercation. Yeah, there was one altercation where I put my hands on her,
Okay.
and I made sure that never happened again.
Okay. So there was one instance with physical abuse coming from you.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
was okay, how did I guess because obviously like people know about that on social media.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know about it, then you've definitely been living under a rock. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Like, did she talk about it on here? Did you talk about it?
She went to, at the time, her name is Survivor Era, ARA, if anybody wants to look her up. She is a life coach in Texas. Um, and she had inserted herself in between Kayla and myself's relationship at the time, and oh, I'm a counselor, I'm a therapist, whatever. Or she did say she was a life coach, but she didn't say that until like literally the day of us starting, you know, to have sessions with this chick. And so when Kayla and myself split up, she went on her live and Survivor Airs live and was in her box and was just, she was talking about it. She was talking about everything that happened and begging everybody to hold her accountable so she doesn't come back. And in my honest opinion, she made it out. And this is, listen, what I did was absolutely completely fucking wrong. I should have never put my hands on a damn woman.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of the end of our relationship. Hands down, that was the beginning of the end of our relationship. And when I was incarcerated, I had lots of time to think about all of it. I had plenty of time to think about it all. And I did realize that that day ruined us forever. There was no coming back after that day. And it took a long time for me to finally realize it. And I finally realized it. And I said, okay, you know what? I can take responsibility for my actions. I own that shit. I'm the reason that this marriage completely fell apart. However, I'm not the only one that's guilty in this, in certain aspects of it. Anyways, um, I don't even. It's just, yeah. You're gonna have to remind me of the question.
Oh gosh. I was deeply entranced.
I see. I can listen when I start telling stories. I get sidetracked so easily,
No, you were doing great. You were doing great.
and then I just started thinking about. Hold on, I have to
No, the
verify
question
real quick.
was if she announced it, and I am just thinking that she was the one that brought it on social media.
Yeah, she.
Um,
Which of these objects is a musical instrument? That right there.
you
Okay.
have to solve a puzzle
I
to.
I I don't like these new ones because I can't see which of these objects is used for sun protection. It doesn't give me. Okay, it
SPF.
gives me a guitar. Oh, a hat. Oh, that's used for sun protection. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Okay, so what was the question again?
You answered it. So
No, but there was more to it. There was something else to it. Yeah, just ask me the question again, and then I'm gonna see if I can't.
yeah, no, it was basically if she was the person to bring it on social media. And
She was, yes, she was, yes.
okay. Um,
I already have her snap, y'all. Calm down. It's nothing between us like that.
okay. I guess because I've seen some drama regarding that where one person calls the other a stalker and then like it's kind of back and forth and people are commenting on other people's things and, like when did that stop, like when did you guys like kind of stop going back and forth like that, you know?
I think it was when she finally got off, when she finally decided to remove herself from TikTok for a little while. I think that's finally when it stopped. Um, and I'm sure that I would make little jabs or little digs, throughout my live broadcasting, which is no different than the day that I got locked up is like the day that she started going live again,
Oh,
which is kind of ironic. And then from my understanding, like she had stopped going live like a month or two before I got out. And then the day that I got out, she decided that she was going to live stream. So I just find things, it just makes me look at it like, why are you haven't been going live. I get locked up, then all of a sudden you want to go live and start talking crazy, reckless about me, which is fine. That's cool. I get it. And then you stop going live again, and then as soon as I come home, like you pop back up on live. Like, are you trying to stay relevant? I don't get it. And me and my chat, we talk about this shit all the time. Like, why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why do the things that you do?
why, so if that upsets you, why do you talk, why do you
It doesn't upset me. It's confusing because I mean I look at it like, okay, why are you going live when you know that
I
now
get it. I'm
yeah,
playing devil's advocate because it's like if I guess whatever, like for me, I always think about things in like terms of law of attraction, you know? Like if you're thinking about it, if it's upsetting you, if it's making you emotional whatsoever, you're gonna keep thinking about it and then it's gonna be a cycle and then it's gonna attract it more into your life regardless.
no, I don't have like bleeding thoughts of shit. Like I don't sit and think about shit too damn hard.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
little bleeding thoughts. If my
Yeah.
mods bring it to my attention, then that's about the only attention that I get of it, or that it gets of me. It's my mods bring it to me.
Okay.
I don't go looking for this information. It's fucking brought to me.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's such a social media issue. Like that would not be a thing in like people's
Right.
lives way back in
Yeah.
the day. Like that would have
Yeah.
never been a thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody knows everybody.
so you were locked up before this time too? Like
Yeah, because I had to go do 5 months. So
so this was when this happened? When
no,
she,
this was in 22. So
how many times have you been like incarcerated?
shit, man, you really want to ask me that question?
Yes.
I don't know, less than 50, less than 30, I think. But
Okay.
you're talking about a bunch of overnighters. You know what I mean? You're talking
Wait,
about
seriously? Less
yeah,
than 30.
yeah, less than
You
30.
can't count on you can't count.
I probably could. I just don't want to say I've only been arrested this many times, and then the haters go and do their research, and then they find out I've been arrested two more
Okay.
times prior to, or two more times than what I said, and then then I'm a liar and everything else. So less than 30, easily less than 30.
Okay. Give us the reasons, I guess. They don't need it.
Um,
Think of every last detail. It's fine.
yeah, drinking, manufacturing marijuana plants.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a good one. That
That's
was a
a
good
fun
one.
one, I guess.
A lot of speeding,
Okay.
lot of no driving with insurance and license and stuff.
Oh.
Domestic violence.
Was that time?
No, this I'm talking. No, this was me and baby mom.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that was with you too, or that was
it was
on?
both of us. No, that
Okay.
was both of us. Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
little firecracker.
Mm.
Yes, I guess. It does seem, excuse me, it does seem like all my relationships have been kind of, fuck, I didn't realize that.
It's good to reflect, though, right?
To an extent, yeah.
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 Well, so part of where I want to lead to with this is what have you learned?
What have you learned from me lately? Ooh, yeah. What
Have you learned? Yes. What
have
have
I learned? Yeah, the older I get, the more I learn. Um, I've definitely learned a lot about myself. I've learned how I would like to be treated and what hurts me and how I need to treat other people. And I haven't been the greatest at any of it, but I try and do better each and every day. So
Oh, that's such a cop out answer. I'm not gonna. Oh, I hate to
go
say
ahead,
that.
come on,
Okay,
come with
so
it.
yeah, I mean, so I saw a video where you're like, I am taking new meds, I'm in counseling, therapy. Like, what
You've done some
skill?
research,
Oh
research.
yeah, this
Oh,
is an
this is
interview,
great.
sir.
This is great.
Um, what coping mechanisms, what aspects of relationships are you able to set different types of boundaries? Like, what do you
Oh
have?
yeah. No, my boundary levels are fucking like my boundary levels are high. I don't settle anymore. I don't settle um especially my last relationship. I know what I deserved. I know what I brought to the table. And I understand, an incident happened. And then I did put in some work. My coping mechanisms are still counseling. Since I get out, I'm already trying to get back into counseling. Um, got put on a waiting list for someplace.
That's good.
Um, yeah, Mike Hunt smell is one of my biggest trolls, y'all. He's
Wait,
been around
what?
for my chat. He's been around for a while, so y'all can deal with him how you want to.
Oh,
Um,
okay,
yeah,
now,
yeah, no.
yeah, got
So
it.
I still take meds. And I try to think about a situation or think about my reaction instead of reacting. I'm a little bit more proactive by thinking about my reaction, which is good for me. As I've always idled at 80%. People say they can go from 0 to 100. I'm like, I'm already at 80. This is where I live. I live at 80. So it was always just, just a snap of the finger, man, to take me to get me to 100. Um,
Yeah, guys, we
and
can mute and block that one. We're good. We can mute and block that person.
and it's
I might.
over the past couple of years, especially being in that relationship, I had to learn a lot about myself. I had to learn how to compromise. We had a blended family. She had 2 kids. I have 2 kids. So it's a blended family. It's a lot of compromising. It's a lot of discipline on my own part, and really taught me a lot. I learned how to not be so selfish. I remember there was a time that she was not too far after moving down here. She had a job interview at a salon, local salon. I don't recall which one. Um, she went to the interview. She got the job. And I was on the way home, and she called me. She told me, and I was like, "Oh, babe, that's great. Congratulations! Like, I'm happy for you." She's like, "Yeah, but the only thing is, I'm gonna have to work Saturdays." And I was like, "What? Like, I can't watch your kids?" Like, I
Mm.
was super selfish, right? Like, she could have had a great opportunity. Her being in the salon industry is what she fucking loves to do. And I snatched that away from her because I was being selfish. Because I was like, I'm not giving up my fucking Saturdays to watch your kids.
Mm.
I'm not doing it. Saturdays is my day. My day to go to the gym. It's my day to do this. It's my day to do that. Like,
Yeah.
how can you? This is me talking to me. How can you sit there and be so selfish, but you say you want this woman to do what she loves to do, but yet you're not willing to do what you need to do to be a step parent to those kids and to try to be the best role model that you can with them. And if this is the family life that you want, like, why are you being so selfish about it?
Yeah.
And that shit hit me for so long. It still hits me. And then after we left the apartment, and then we moved into this house, and then we split up, and then we got back together. Um, like my everything had changed. Like I was all in. I was 100% in. You know what I mean? I was 100% in. With her kids, you know, I spent more time. I spent more time. I felt like I spent more time with her kids than I did with my own damn kids. You know what I mean? But they're younger. They needed more attention, and I was outside every day, willing to give them that attention. When they come home from school, man, I'm out there with them. You know, if they want to walk to the park, they want to go to the park, whatever we can do, we're going to spend time together. And so I really regretted that moment
Yeah.
when she got that job. So I've learned not to be so selfish. You know, it's not about me. You know,
Well,
it's
it's
when you
selfish.
have kids, it's not about you. Period.
Well, that's for sure.
You know.
Yeah. But is selfish even the right word? It's almost like it you look back and you think about your previous actions and you feel a certain emotion about it, and that should in itself be a learning experience. Like, how could I have thought outside the box? Maybe we could have gone to the gym together, the kids. Maybe, you know what I mean? There's so many things that you,
Yeah.
but it's like, because, and what you were saying, where you're like at an 80 all the time instead of like 0 to 100, if you're able to like be aware of like your thoughts and feelings in the moment and like respond instead of react, like you potentially could have thought of, you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's always there's always everything's figure outable,
Right,
right?
exactly.
No matter what it is, everything is figure outable.
Yeah.
You just got to be. Are you willing to compromise? Are you willing
Yeah.
to make it happen? If you're not, then you're not. And I was too self conceited, man. I just a lot of things I did wrong, and I see that.
Yeah.
And it's
So do
okay
you
though.
feel guilty still for those?
No, I don't still feel guilty. I've
Okay.
forgiven myself.
Yeah.
I've forgiven her. I've forgiven myself. And that's where I need to start with is with myself. Like so, I'm type. I use this bullshit, right? Like I'm sure you've heard people. Oh, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm okay to be stubborn, right? Like, who, what would yours be if for your sign? What would you say to allow you to be able to get away with something?
I don't, I'm a candy corn and I don't know what the fuck that means.
Okay, so she's a candy corn. Are you a candy corn or a unicorn? That
I don't know what that means either,
okay.
so
Okay, we're gonna leave that one alone.
yeah.
We're gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah.
Unicorn is crazy.
Okay, let's see. What happened with Corporal Clark from the Deland piece?
He
I don't
still has a job. I don't know
really
what you're at. Yeah, he still has a job.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah. It's very interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep, it's all yeah, yeah. It's interesting. I don't know.
You want to talk about what did happen, or
You're the one asking the questions here. I told you no more than two fingers, two knuckles deep. So as long as you can stay within those boundaries, I'm good.
okay, or do you want to talk about it?
Listen, you're the one asking the questions. Do you feel that's tougher than two knuckles deep, or two fingers, two knuckles deep?
I feel like there's a way of approaching that that is below that if you want to, but it's also a choice. It's a
I don't
preference.
listen. I don't. I'm so invested in this interview right now. I don't even care what you ask me.
Okay. How big is it? No, I'm just kidding. Please don't.
I thought I've sent you pictures before. I thought you've seen that.
No, you never did.
Oh, I never did.
Never got there.
Wow, that
No.
is impressive. I guess I was actually trying to impress you. I think
Claps
I
in the
was actually.
chat for
Yeah,
Nilla.
I know. That's as impressive.
Yep.
That is impressive.
No, so do you want to share with the class? Okay. Do you want to share with the class what happens? Because not everybody in here knows you. This is one other aspect of your life story. You can go as far or as not far as you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna back it all the way up.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the question?
Okay, I'm gonna reread it. um, what happens with Corporal Clark from the DeLand. Am I saying that right?
The land.
DeLand's police.
Yeah. So what happened with him? What?
Yes.
I don't understand the question.
What did he do? And how are you involved?
What did he do? So apparently, allegedly,
Yes.
um, allegedly, he was trying to swoo my fiance while I was incarcerated, and according to the facts, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was common with him?
that was it. From my understanding, it was pretty common with him to um, attempt to make nice with um, I I don't want to label it, but we'll label it with domestic violence, women,
Yeah.
battered women or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, Understandable. And so in people's opinions, he was allegedly taking advantage of the situation.
Correct. However, she's a damn grown ass fucking woman. She knew what the fuck she was doing.
Sure.
She knew exactly what the hell she was doing.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think that's both of their faults. You know what I mean? That's her fault for one for allowing him even giving just opening the door that much for him to push it open. Like that's, but it is what it is. You know, he did me a favor.
Was that the cheating that you mentioned? Because you mentioned
Yeah,
cheating
that,
earlier.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He had received multiple well, not unsolicited, but but he had received multiple um, types of pictures. I don't know exactly how to word that correctly without
Yeah.
exotic. Would exotic be? No, and exotic would be like a unicorn. There's definitely nothing exotic about that.
You love unicorns. I don't know why. I don't even know what that means. So don't talk about that.
You'll have to listen. You'll have to Urban Dictionary a unicorn later.
Apparently. So, so was that a situation where you both had cheated on each other? Was that the only time? Was Is that a common thing for you? Cheating? Being cheated on?
It, it's happened to me, and it's happened to the person that I've been with. It's
Okay.
not something that I am proud of, and it's definitely not something that I want to endure the pain from again.
Yeah. 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 It's a hard one. That's a really
It
hard.
really is. It sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks.
For both people involved,
Yeah.
regardless. Really, regardless. Well, not always. Some people are
Not.
complete narcissists,
I
but
mean, you know, shit. Yeah. It didn't seem like it bothered her too much.
well, you can only
It
make a
didn't bother me when I was cheating on her. In the midst of it, when I was cheating, it didn't bother me. It
but
didn't bother me until I got caught, and then I had to deal with that. It didn't bother me. I was loving life. I'm got my girl at the house, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, and I'm out here doing my thing. And boom, when I'm done doing my thing, I come back home, do my thing again. I was proud of it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was proud of it. You know, allowed
wow.
my fucking.
You were proud of cheating on her?
I was proud of it. Yeah, I was.
That's interesting.
It's very egotistical. It's what it is.
What is that just like an external sense of validation or like I wonder what it
I,
comes from?
probably. Um, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't
It's
think I
like,
found the
oh,
root.
all these women want me or something like that.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe at one time it was, it was like that. I mean, it's there's still a lot of them that would, but I don't look at it like I used to.
Yeah.
I don't look at it like I used to. There's been a lot of growth, man. It's been a lot of growth. Been a lot of growth. Nobody, I don't care if anybody else sees it. You know what I mean? Like I see it
You
because I
see,
know what I deal with. I know what I deal with every day within myself. You know what I mean?
yeah, you see the change of
Yes.
who you used
Yeah.
to be versus who
Yeah.
you are. I think that's good. I think that's and like to be fair to you, a lot of people that judge you, they have done similar things, but they aren't sitting in front of hundreds of people on social media admitting to it, and also
Exactly.
like owning the person that you are now and how you have reflected and like, how you feel about it now. So,
Yeah. That's the thing about the only difference between you and I and um, people that watch you and I or people like us is that we put our life on social media.
yeah.
No, nobody else, nobody that's watching us is really doing that, you know. And there even still there's levels to this shit. Like I've learned how to dial back some of my personal life on social media. I had to learn how to do that. It sucks because I love to be so transparent about my life, and I
So,
and I love people to really, you know,
mhm.
watch me grow, watch me live. But there's just been so much that has gone on in the past few years of me being as public as I have been on social media that I have to finally start dialing that back, and that's okay. It's okay to me take a little bit of privacy back. You know.
Yeah. My hope for these interviews is it's partially going to be cathartic. So hopefully that's part of this. But
It's
okay,
going to be what co-parted?
cathartic like
Oh, catharted. Can
yeah.
can you can you can you use that in a sentence, please?
Yeah, I just cried and let all my emotions out. It was so cathartic. Right?
Cathartic. Can you
Cathartic.
can you
Cathartic.
spell that? Can you spell that, please?
No.
So listen, if you can't spell, don't be saying words you don't know how to
I
spell.
know
Okay,
the word. I have a degree in psychology. I know the word.
okay, cathartic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Um,
cathartic.
so this one is a little touchy.
I like it when it gets a little touchy.
I'm sure you do, Mr. Unicorn Man. Or
Mr.
whatever.
What man?
You heard me?
No, I didn't. That's why I said what.
I said Mr. Unicorn Man.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what that is. Somebody send me the Urban Dictionary thing for unicorns? I don't know what that means. Please. Thank you. So I've done my research. Some people think, and I don't know if it's true, that's why I asked you. Some people think that you and Skylar both were the reasons for each other go being incarcerated again. I don't know. I don't know. Not me. Not
I
me
don't
making assumptions. Like,
I don't understand the question at all.
okay, so do you feel responsible for Skylar going to jail?
No,
Would there be any reason for him to feel responsible for you going to jail?
no,
Okay, cool.
no.
Um, okay, yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's it.
Actually. Yeah. Um, what has been the worst thing to come out of?
The closet.
I'm not talking about no James Charles, okay? Um, what has been the worst thing to come out of your TikTok career, and what has been the best thing to come out of this whole TikTok? I mean, this is a path that not a lot of people understand. What's been the worst, like just most detrimental? I don't know if it's mental health. I don't know if it's a specific situation.
Mental. It's got to be mental. I think it. Yeah, what's the worst thing that ever happened? My ex-wife. That's the worst thing that ever happened to me from social media. My ex-wife.
Did you meet her through?
I met her through social media.
Okay, and then like, was the relationship guided by social media? Is that why it was
I, what do you mean by guided?
like,
Um,
as in you guys made a lot of your decisions because of social media, or like what made social media a factor in all of that?
I mean,
Aside from meeting her, like,
we were very public about our relationship.
okay,
We were way too, yeah. I
and how
believe
did
there was a
that
lot of
change for you?
influence. I believe there was a lot of influence from outsiders in our relationship.
Okay, so yeah, so they social media itself, the social aspect of social media affected what specifically?
When I think it affected us. Instead of being able to work through our issues behind closed doors, we had to work through our issues in front of everybody and allowing everybody to put in their 2 cents when their two
Mm,
cents isn't free.
yeah, I can relate to that for sure. And then what's the best thing that you've
The best thing is for me to be able to express myself the way that I do, and to really be able to enjoy doing what I do for a living. Because they say you never have to work if you love what you do, and I love entertaining. I love live streaming. I love making my videos. I love making content. Um, this is this is what I love to do.
yeah. I think you're good at it. So,
Thank you.
yeah, and it really is a creative outlet that people don't understand unless they do it. You know?
Well, yeah, you have to be creative. You have to.
Yes. Yes. Okay, what accomplishments are you most proud of in life, and what wisdom do you want to share with everybody in this interview today?
I'm sorry. Repeat that. I was reading a comment. I'm sorry.
What accomplishments are you most proud of in your life, and what wisdom do you want to share with everybody today?
What accomplishments am I? I think getting both of my kids to graduate is probably my greatest accomplishment.
Okay. Yeah. Education
Um,
is important. So,
what's the other part of that question?
what do you want to? What's something that you've learned that you want to pass on to everybody here? Wisdom.
Holding on to resentments and grudges is not worth your inner peace at all.
Love that.
At all.
Love that. Okay, do you want to do a toxic questions battle with me, and then we can seal the deal here?
Oh, we're gonna. So you want to do a toxic question?
You remember that,
I
right?
remember the. I
We
remember.
do
Oh my.
that all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down for it. Of course. Is this like your way of?
This is how I end my interviews.
Okay. Fantastic. Let's do it.
It gives the chat a chance to like.
So guys, so let me explain to my chat real quick. This is how this is work. This is how this is going to work. So whoever has 500 points, first person to get to 500 points, gets to ask the other person the most ridiculous questions. There's no limit. There's no limit. Um, we can ask all kinds of. I mean, the nastiest, grimiest, whatever question that we want to ask. Okay, we can ask those questions as long as we are in the lead. The moment that she takes over the lead, our questions are done. And your questions have to come from the chat. So if y'all want us to ask something, you have to fill up chat up with those questions, and you can start as soon as the game starts. That way we have questions to ask when it is our turn.
Yep.
Um,
Beautiful. Perfect explanation.
so it's just like a regular battle, man. Let's get ready
It's
to
like
do
y'all
this.
get to ask questions. That's the best part.
Yes, it's the chat. Y'all get to ask. Y'all get to write the question. We get to ask it. But
Yep.
this is
We'll
the way
say
it
it out
goes.
loud. So, 500
Yes.
points for the first question, guys. 500 points. Put questions in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead and start putting your questions in the chat. Make sure you're tapping the screen.
Um,
Get us up there to 500 points because her chat asks, and all my haters start going over there and putting the questions in the chat because they. There we go. See, here
do
it
you
is.
like Rec Outlaw?
Who? Wreck
Do you
Outlaw?
like Rec Outlaw? Rec.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What happened between you and Beautiful Disaster?
I don't. There was if we weren't in a relationship, so I don't understand.
Okay, so there was nothing ever happened between you two. I mean, it didn't
I
have to
mean,
be a relationship.
we were we were FTFs.
Oh.
Yeah, we were FTFs.
And then it just ended one day, or like.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I
Okay.
went to jail.
Oh. Well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
What happened with Toxic?
Uh, he left here after a night of partying and went down to Miami and went live and told everybody that we were partying and doing extracurricular activities.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did that lead to like something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So then all the haters started calling and emailing my probation officer more so than they were. And so not only did I have to go in and take an alcohol swab test, I had to take a piss test, and I failed. I passed. I mean, I failed. It was dirty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, what happened? Why y'all want to ask him what happened with her and Jimmy? What happened with you and Jimmy?
All anybody wants to fucking
I
know.
know, I know, I know. We need 300 points, y'all. 300 points.
Melissa.
They want to know, when are you going to give me a chance? When's the date? They
We
always
should
ask that question.
Friday.
Yeah, yeah. If you'd actually come, that would be great, but I don't think you will.
I don't know if I will either. It
Yeah.
sounds fun though. I mean, if you got me a flight, I might do it low key. So.
Yeah, I'm a broke white boy. I can't afford no
Well,
flights.
fuck it then. Hell nah.
I
Hell
can't
nah.
afford
You're
no.
not gonna
I
fly
just got. Hey, listen, I just got out. I haven't been out 2 weeks yet. Like, I mean, I got a little bit of ching, but I ain't pimping like that.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
ain't pimping like that.
for sure.
Uh,
For sure. Guys, thank you for getting speed. We have double points. Let's use the doubles so we can ask more questions.
do you like the world champ?
I don't know how I feel about him anymore, to be honest. Some stuff happened
I don't even
that,
know who that is.
yeah.
Okay, Chad will have to inform me. What's your favorite interview so far?
Ooh, this has been a really good one because you've been so open. That's
Yeah.
what I crave it, man. I crave
I
it.
get it.
Yeah. I'd say
No, I
you're
get
definitely
it.
you're definitely top 3 for me.
It would be top one, but
Well, I would have to look at everyone. You're probably top 1, 2, or 3. I don't know.
my mind was somewhere else. It stays somewhere else. I can't help it.
Unicorn. I wish I knew what I was referencing. So.
What's her type in men? Old and ugly like me.
Old, emotionally mature, funny, hot.
She thinks I'm hot, y'all.
Old is wild. No, it's not, bro.
Diabetic daddy. That's crazy. Let's tell her what a unicorn is. Hey
Oh, is
Siri, Urban Dictionary unicorn, please.
Is it? Oh. Okay, Leah.
Is it what?
So, wait, Jennifer, are you open?
What's your favorite makeup brand? Oh, that's so toxic.
Heart.
Miss Kim wants to know, have you ever been fish hooked?
What does that mean?
It's when your man's behind you and he just reaches over and he just fish hooks you like that right there.
Probably. I can't remember. Yeah, so Jennifer, she's one of my mods. She's so sweet. Wait, Jennifer, can you like send a rose or something and tap? So that you
Hey mods, can we get her mod Jennifer unblocked, please? Thank you.
There's no reason for her to be like, she's literally one of the sweetest people.
Who's the biggest you've had and who's the smallest?
Oh, probably like 9 and then probably like 4.
No, who? Like they want names.
I can't do that. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
They said they don't see her on the list.
What list?
On the block list.
Oh.
I miss those toxic question battles with you. God, I miss those.
Yeah, we can do another one if you want. This is fun. I actually like this shit, dude. It's because we're open. We both actually talk about the stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Jennifer, thank you. Jennifer,
Sassy, thank you. Scott, thank you. Ryan, thank you.
MVP Rec. Thank you. Guys, do you like these? Do you like these battles? Adam, Tierra, Philip, Leah, Lori, Melissa, everybody tapping my screen. Thank you.
Know. Is she set to private, your mod?
No. Let's do one more.
Okay, we'll do one more. Okay.
And Jennifer, just send like a couple roses if you
The
can.
first to 500, y'all. First to 500. Go ahead and tell her to start tapping your screen now.
Yeah, tap right now, Jennifer. Tap right now.
Wow, who's Leah?
Leah's literally the best ever.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I know.
Is she? Let me know when she's in the box.
Should be Jennifer with the brain. Jennifer, do you have some roses, girl?
I see Sarah with a brain. Sarah got that mad brain game.
No,
Crazy.
Sarah's married. Okay, Jennifer's top. Jennifer's my top.
Jennifer's your top?
Skylar, Jennifer, thank you, girl.
Okay, I got you, Miss Jen.
I love you,
Yep.
girl. Thank you. First bubble,
Yep.
yeah. Guys, first gift double. We have to get more points than them to ask questions, guys.
So, how many points do we have right now, y'all? Jennifer, I got you.
We're so close, guys. Guys, everyone keep tapping.
Oh, we're actually in the lead. Was Jimmy Speedway big?
I wouldn't say that personally. Philip, let's go. Okay. Questions. Put questions in the chat right now. Right now, questions.
Oh man, come on, y'all.
Come
on, y'all. Let's go.
Christian, who's Christian?
He's my son. What about him?
They just said ask about Christian. I don't know anything.
He's good.
about that.
Christian's good. He graduates this year. So are you still trying to be a surrogate?
No, actually, it's crazy. They just adopted a new baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We tried for months and months.
Yeah.
But it wasn't working, and it's really expensive. So.
Let me see. Would you have a one night stand?
I have before, but it's not something that I want to do. So. I talk to too many men. That's unfortunate.
All right, y'all. I need questions, guys.
Guys, can we keep tapping and maybe?
Yeah, let's keep the chat going. Keep it going. Come up with some questions.
I want to ask him these questions, guys. These are good questions. Mike, thank you.
Hell, all you gotta do is ask him. I'd probably still fucking answer him. Do you want to marry? Do you want kids?
Yes.
Are you seeing anyone? Have you ever been with a girl?
Yes. Jennifer, guys, help out Jennifer. Yeah, I'm talking to like every guy that I feel like talking to, and I do want kids. I do want to be married, but yeah, I'm just living my single life, my best life.
Okay, so you don't have a man?
No, I'm single.
Okay. Are you gonna go to the concert with me?
Maybe if you buy me a plane ticket, and I think it's fun.
I can't afford to buy you a plane ticket.
Then the answer is no.
Yeah, I can't. I just got out. I just don't. My bank account. See the way my bank account's set up. I just don't.
I feel it, man. Taxes are rough too, so there's that too. But... Guys, we need love. This is ahead.
Do you prefer men or women?
Men for sure.
Men for sure.
Yeah.
Is it pink or brown?
That's disgusting.
Who is your TikTok crush?
Amber, let's go. Probably, I don't have a TikTok crush, bro. Everyone asks me this shit.
She has multiple.
Yeah, I have a lot. Yeah.
What was your drug choice in your addiction?
Sorry, you have to wait now. Let's see. Oh my gosh, guys.
Let's go. All right, too late. You took too damn long. What was your drug of choice in your addiction?
I had a few, but ZANA.
Oh yeah.
Not Z. What the fuck? X.
Yeah.
And then also this one. Hold on. I don't know why I just said Z, but you know.
Oh, that one. Right on. Yeah.
Those are my top two. So.
Spit or swallow?
Depends on the moment.
Are you into snowballing?
What is that?
It's when your man finishes in your mouth and then you French kiss him.
I have been celibate for too long for this conversation. Yeah.
You've been selling it for how long now?
Gosh. Too long, dude. Way fucking too long. Like, I am like Sometimes I get freaky on this app, and I'm like, I need to rein it in, bro. Like it's not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't imagine seeing that side of you.
Just watch me for long enough. It'll come out. You'll see it. You'll see it. But
I love it. I love it. She's got the best serotonin in the world, y'all.
yeah. Snipe?
Yeah. Nope. No snipe.
Nope.
No snipe.
Nope.
No
Nope.
snipe. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Hey,
Lisa.
good games though. MVP Adam, Jennifer, Philip, Amber, Leah, Lori, Ray, Skylar, everyone tapping my screen. GG's.
GG's, good games to everybody.
This was a good interview, dude.
Right on. I appreciate it. I always enjoy it.
Yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna post it on my YT channel at serotonin444. So
Serotonin at 444.
if you want to rewatch it later.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate your time.
Of course.
I
Of
appreciate
course.
you being
Love your whole
open.
face. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
So-
Just let me know when you're open.
Okay. Maybe I'll let you know when I'm actually in Florida already, so that it's
Yeah,
not.
All right. Fantastic.
Okay. All right. Peace out, dude.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.